All right, everybody, welcome to the Swiss Army Nerd Podcast. This is your host, John Stickrod, and my co-host...
Patrick O'Mara.
That's right, and we're back better than ever, as always. It's been, 2 weeks? You were sick for a while there.
2 weeks in a row.
Yes, which
I can
sucked.
talk.
That was probably fun. I think you said you had strep.
Yes,
right?
That's what the doctors confirmed after a week and a half of doing nothing about it.
Doctors, gotta love them. Always on top of their game. Well, it's good to have you back, of course. Me and Steve-O tried to hold it down on the other show. Mm-hmm. Did our share of nerd news.
Well, we had a couple of guests on the first one.
We did. We had Chris Scott, probably our number one fan.
Yep. Who is now watching.
Yes, perfect timing. He was here last week. Did a great job. It was a lot of fun having him here. Hoping you have him back sometime soon. He helped carry the load a little, and there also wasn't a lot going on last week, so we got lucky. We got a lot to talk about today, which is super exciting. We'll try to avoid spoilers. At least I will. I'm pretty caught up on a lot of stuff, so I don't want to spoil anything. So if you're in the comments and I start talking about something you don't want me to spoil, just...
And I just won't care.
Tell me to stop. Yeah, he won't care.
Jeremiah says, hey, what's up?
What up, Jeremiah?
What's up, man?
Good to have you join us.
Yes.
So we'll just dive right into it.
As we always do.
Yep, we got our IGN here. So we'll just go back and forth. First thing I want to talk about. I hate Shazam. And I hate everything about the movie. I hate that it's being added into the DC universe. I hate it so much. I can't believe it's real. Like, I keep waiting for them to pull the rug out and be like, it was all a big joke. Nope. It's coming.
That kind of goes with my first one. DC lays off 3% of their workers.
I wonder why. They did. 3% of their workers lost their jobs so Shazam can be on the cinematic world. I don't understand it, man. I just don't. It looks
so corny.
So corny. And like, how am I supposed to sit? It looks like it's meant for a 10-year-old. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. He's like sitting there and he's like, I want a layer. Like in the trailers, I want a layer. I want it on a beach and all these things. And I'm like, that's not funny to me. I watch like shows like Daredevil and The Punisher where like a punch to the face is devastating. And then you skip to this guy and he's in an actual inflatable suit and acting like a 10-year-old. It makes me uncomfortable. Also, because I don't know if anyone's played with a scenario where someone wants to sleep with adult Shazam and it's a 10-year-old boy. These things bother me. This bothers me.
Chris says Punisher was cool.
Punisher's amazing.
We can get to that later, though.
Yes, that is coming up. But I just can't take it serious enough to, like, care, I guess.
No, I don't care. It's probably going to be something till I wait till, like, the dollar theater, possibly, or just wait till it's on TV.
I think I've talked so much crap about it, I can't see it. Like, I just can't. It'd be heresy.
What if someone paid you to get in?
That would be the only way. I would need to be paid to go see it. And strictly for the love of this show. I don't know, the closer we get to it, the more people talk about it. And, like, you can tell other DC actors aren't very happy about it. Like, Aquaman won't answer, or Jason Momoa won't answer questions about it and stuff. It's because it looks stupid.
It does.
How are you going to have Jason Momoa as a serious...
Inflate a suit boy.
And then, yeah...
You can't put him side by side to inflate a boy.
No, not only does he have an inflatable suit, but he has, like, 3-inch lifts. Like, why wouldn't you just have casted the role as an incredibly jacked 6'4" man? Like, why wouldn't you have just gone the Cena route? At this route, I would have rather them use Cena. At least I would have been somewhat interested.
Jeremiah says when I was a kid growing up, he loved Shazam, but this movie's going to suck.
It's going to be horrible, man. And I know...
The Rock dropped out, right?
Well, no, he's Black Adam, but as far as we know right now, there's no way The Rock is sitting on the other side. As Black Adam is the arch nemesis of Shazam, there's no way...
There's no way he's willingly want to be in this movie anymore.
No! Come on, man.
I want to see his outfit. Like, what they designed for his outfit.
His is cool. They've showed leaked of it. It's all real. It's just like it's like Superman because he can fit into his outfit.
Suit,
yeah, it's just a latex suit, just like the comics. But Shazam looks like a joke.
Inflate a suit.
It's
Where's the cord that hooks up to it? You hear the engine running during the movie because the sound editor sucks?
It seems like it's going to be that way. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Screw Shazam.
Pretty much.
Yep. Screw Shazam. That's my opinion. Did you see that Farming Simulator got added to the professional gaming industry?
No.
There's an entire year league now of where farmers compete in Farming Simulator. Who can have the best farm?
My corn's better than yours.
That's exactly what it is. I was watching two people talk smack to each other. Oh man, I'm gonna totally outgrow you. I was like, this is the dumbest game I've ever seen. My brother plays it religiously. He works on a farm, and he plays it.
My tractor's got bigger wheels.
like that's like me getting a video game of me working in retail. That would be the equivalent of me playing this game. And then that game getting so big that I played at a professional level. Just get the job. Just get the job. You can, instead of simulating it, just be a farmer. I bet you there's a ton of openings for farming. Just get the job.
Wonder how in detail it is, though.
Apparently very in detail. From what I've talked to and understood from people who work on farms and play the game, because a lot of farmers do, it's actually incredibly accurate. Like, besides like the spouts of like asbestos that attack you every other week. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous that not only are there participants that want to be professional farmer simulators, there are people willing to pay to play or to watch people play it.
Is that why there's like Farming Simulator 20? I always wondered how that game got like 20 games. Like, oh, what's so different than the first one?
It's been going since 15. There's going to be 5 games of this. I think it's the most ridiculous game ever made. Just my opinion. Like, I thought Roller Coaster Tycoon was ridiculous. Man, was I wrong. How the mighty have fallen.
Yep. Are we still doing movies?
Yeah, we're doing everything.
All right. Well, as long as we're sticking with video game themed movies.
Please bring it up.
You talking about the Minecraft movie?
No, I was going to bring up Detective Pikachu. I want to talk about that.
All right. Well, all I have for the Minecraft movie that I didn't even know they were making is they're getting a new director, Peter Sollett.
How is that going to work? How are you going to make a movie out of that? The entire point of Minecraft is you get to be the builder. That's the dumbest thing. Who is greenlighting these movies? Like, how much money is in Hollywood that they're like, Minecraft? Yeah, my kid plays it. Greenlight it. Let's do it. What's the plot? Screw it.
Steve Carell was also supposed to star in the film.
Please tell. If he does it, I'm done. I can't forgive him if he does the Minecraft movie. I don't even know what it's. I'm guessing there's going to be a Steve the Builder, right? There has to be. That's probably going to be Steve Carell.
Steve was isn't the name of the main guy Steve?
Yeah, that's Steve the Builder. That's the character you play. That's the dumbest.
What's he gonna do? Go look for the dragon egg or whatever?
I guess. I don't know. That's the dumbest thing ever. They shouldn't make video game movies. Period. Let alone ones of dumb video games. That's just that. Why? Like the Sonic one. We went off on that the other week.
Like 3 weeks ago.
Who was sitting there in their basement going, you know what would tickle my fancy? A Sonic movie.
A humanized Sonic.
You know how terrifying Mr. Egg is going to look?
Oh my god.
It's going to be the thing horror shows are made of.
It's like he's got no eyes in the games either. It's just 2 black holes.
He's a giant mustache with fat. It's scary. You can't take your kids to that. You just can't. There's no way.
All your man writers write up a script for He-Man Masters of the Universe.
Yep, that's another one I don't need to see. I mean, I never was a He-Man fan, though.
I wasn't either.
Steve, did you watch He-Man? No.
No, that seems like your kind of thing.
Nope.
Does it? It would not take me as a He-Man guy. He'd be home, I am He-Man. I don't know if any of my friends watched He-Man. It might have been a little... I don't even know if that was on TV, or maybe I just never liked it.
No, I think it might have canceled after we were born.
Yeah, I'm not
I
a
think
big...
it canceled before you guys were born.
Probably. It's not. I don't know. It's not even a creative name. He-Man. Yeah, it's in the name. Man, you could just be man. I don't know. Bothers me. What other horrible movies are we? Well, this is like the most negative.
The most horrible one we got is the Batman solo movie.
Oh yeah, and I don't know. Is Ben Affleck confirmed? Because I keep reading that he is and he isn't. I don't know.
According to this, it is.
Yeah, see, I keep hearing that it's either he's going to be in it, he's not going to be in it, or he's going to be in it and then he's out. I don't even know why put him in it. if you're gonna recast him.
Any thoughts on it? Or
I like Ben Affleck. I mean, he's got a lot of substance abuse issues, and I think that's a big reason why he's pulling out of it. But also, nobody's going to be happy with any Batman. Like, people like Christian Bale, but I still say, like, I didn't like Christian Bale at all through all
for
three
the build,
movies.
right? Or you just didn't like his acting?
I didn't think he was Batman. He was too small, and he was too dumb. He wasn't an intelligent Batman. Like, his tech was great.
In his comics. Yeah.
Alfred was fantastic, but real Batman is 6'4", 6'5", 260, like literally in perfect athletic shape.
Pure muscle, no body.
Yeah,
type.
and he had to be that way because he had to use every one of his... The things he could control, he had to perfect in order to be Batman. Christian Bale had too many flaws. Like, in the first movie, it was fine because it was his first time, like, being Batman. You get those...
But he needed to get bigger.
But he never got bigger, and he never got better, and he never got smarter. I don't know. I still say if Heath Ledger didn't take that second one, there would have never been a third one. People look at Christian Bale as the best Batman because Joker was so good. Yeah, he could have been in there with a broomstick, and we would have been entranced. But I don't know. I like Ben Affleck physically and the look wise, but acting wise, he was too monotoned. Like, you could have a serious Batman, but you also don't have to make him seem like he's a druggie or something. Like, that's how it felt. Like,
Jeremiah says Batman doesn't talk through his teeth.
Well, that too, yeah. The whole voice thing is ridiculous to me too. All they could say is he's got a modulator. That's how they do it in the comics. He's got a modulator on his suit, and when he talks, it sounds different for them, but he doesn't change his voice. You don't have to change the voice. People in the audience know that Batman is Bruce Wayne. You're not going to trick us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never understood the voice thing. Like, even then, like, how many people would recognize, like, my voice you would, but if you had a normal, non-speech impediment, non-accented voice like Bruce Wayne perfected, I don't think you would just know it unless you're talking to, like, 3 people in his life. I think it's going to be a good script, but I don't know if it's going to lead anywhere. We'll see.
As far as movies other than the Glass review,
yeah,
in the theaters that I was talking about, it got a 5.5 in theaters for a review. It's kind of, I find it kind of disappointing, honestly.
The movie?
With the review.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's difficult because it's M. Night Shyamalan, and he has movies that if you look back and watch, they're not nearly as good as, like, the best movie he ever made was The Sixth Sense, and I think it's just because back then you couldn't leak the ending. So nobody knew going into it that he was dead the whole time. Spoiler. And 2, it was just that one first twist. But now when you go to see an M. Night movie, all you're waiting for is the twist. You know what I mean?
Your buddy just commented.
Who?
Vince.
Hey, Vince.
Stick, fuck this movie shit.
Okay. What would you like, Vince? Because we're...
what do you think of Battlefield?
Battlefield 5? Alright, we'll just jump into that. Battlefield 5, I actually lured...
Wow.
Hey, we serve the people. Okay. Battlefield 5, I actually played the demo of it because my friend Adam told me to play it. It got a bad review. Like, a lot of people didn't like it. I think it's great. It's very fun. It's slower paced but fast paced, if that makes sense, depending on the vehicle usage. I liked it. I mean, it's World War II. I loved Battlefield 1. I think it's a lot better than Call of Duty. I mean, I would play Battlefield 5 way before I played Call of Duty 4. Black Ops. I think Black Ops 4 is just another travesty. That's my opinion. They haven't made a good one since World War II, which is...
That was the last one.
Well, yeah, and then they made Black Ops, and then they came out with the Infinity Remastered and stuff like that. The last good one they actually made was World War II.
They need to fix the anti-air guns.
Yes, it is overpowered. That's the only thing that with Battlefield 5 I don't like, is there's so much vehicle usage. It doesn't feel like being... If you're a soldier, you're just going to die pretty quick, because there's planes coming in, and you only have so many weapons to take them out. It's a good game, it's just... If you're playing alone, it's really hard, and if you don't have a vehicle. Yeah, it's definitely imbalanced. You could tell it's made by the same people who made Battlefront 2.
Lower the plane power, too.
Yeah, I mean, there's just... The vehicle usage and power and control, all of it needs to be limited. Because if you're in a vehicle, you're basically invincible because most people don't play as support. They play as like a soldier. And they don't run around with giant rocket launchers or anti-craft weapons. You don't. Well, you need to in that game. But it's not bad. Like I said, it's better than Black Ops. But if you played Battlefront 2 Star Wars, it's pretty much just like that.
Oh, I hated that game.
Yeah. So that's why I got a bad rap. Is they took Battlefront 2 and they made it into
He
Battlefield.
wants to know if you have the game.
I do. I do have the game. I have to download it again. But I do have Battlefield 5.
Jeremiah wants to know if they're going to make any more Battlefield Bad Company games. They are great.
They are good, but the development that made those, that side of it is gone. They abolished it. So I guess it could come back, but most likely no, unfortunately. I love Bad Company too. Storylines were phenomenal. I agree. All right, well, let's just do more video games so we can appease Vince until he gets offline.
Okay.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat 11's coming out.
Yep.
They've released a ton of fatalities for it. You played a ton of these. Have you seen at least some of them? And what is your opinion of how gruesome they are? Because I know my opinion.
I'm actually trying to avoid a whole lot of the spoilers. I do know that they released a couple of new characters and they released their names.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have enough time to look deeper into that.
Well, I know that the cool thing about Mortal Kombat 11 is you're going to be able to customize your character.
Yeah, I heard that. So it's going to be like Injustice 2. I feel like the more you level up your character, the more armor, the more stats.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool in a way, but it also kind of pulls away from the classic feel of any normal Mortal Kombat game.
It's turning into like fighting / RPG, and I understand why everyone likes to customize. But the fatalities on it so far, if you've seen them, are absolutely disgusting. Like, I'm not scared of gore. I don't shy away from gore. But good God, the stuff they come up with is so... I'm excited. It's like anatomically disgusting because it's like, yeah, that could totally happen. If somebody did that to me, that's what would happen. And like, I don't know. It looks exciting. I'm never good at Mortal Kombat. They're fun. I like the storylines. I mean, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, this is going to be the game.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
It's looking like this is going to be the game. So
I will probably be playing this in my room for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I just downloaded 10. It was free, so I've been playing that one. What?
I'm going to play it.
Oh, you're going to beat me. I'm horrible. I can't get past the third campaign
I don't
fight.
Care.
I'm stuck at Johnny Cage.
I'll go easy on you. You can pick my character for me.
You're still going to beat me.
Doesn't mean anything.
You're going to pick Sonya.
Who?
Sonya Blade.
Sonya?
Ben says they need to make that game with a virtual reality headset.
That'd be nice.
That would be amazingly terrifying. Oh my God, the idea of someone ripping my head off and I just have to watch it.
Chris says Anthem demo comes out tomorrow for pre-order.
Yeah, I was actually, that's a great
Sorry,
segue.
Chris. Just realized you said that.
No, it's fine. So finishing up on Mortal Kombat, it looks, VR would be amazing.
Gruesome.
It looks gruesome, it looks cool, it looks innovative. I mean, it's got me looking. I'm not huge.
more aligned. I'm more... Right now, I think that my biggest interest is the storyline, because ever since they did the reboot, I've been very interested in seeing what's going on.
Cool side note about Mortal Kombat 11, the character, Sonya Blade, is being played by Ronda Rousey, a WWE/UFC fighter.
Really?
Yep, she's the stand-in. And
I'm killing Sonya so much.
Yeah, so that's who it is, Ronda Rousey. She got chose to be it, so... and then, what is it?
That's kind of disappointing, actually.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be an exact likeness of her. It's the moves. They were basically going to...
Do you know Sonya's supposed to be almost grandmother age in this game?
That would make sense. But all of them should be aged, like, quite a bit.
Well, that's why they brought in the kids in the last one.
I didn't even notice that. But I'm excited. It looks cool. So, we'll see. Do you want to talk about Anthem? Because I don't know anything about Anthem other than I refuse to buy it.
I don't know anything more than what I've already talked about in previous episodes.
So the demo comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
You and Chris from work were saying that you wanted to play it. Does all your XP and whatnot go into the next game?
No, that doesn't carry over. So I'm not too crazy about playing the beta, but I will give it a test run, try it out, maybe see if I can get my money back.
Is it completely open world?
It's supposed to be, yes.
So you can play with that. Is it like WoW open world or is there servers?
There's servers. There's only gonna be a limited number of people, and no, it's like a gathering hub area where you pick up your friends.
Like Destiny.
Yeah, and then when you go out into the open world, you bring your friends with you,
Gotcha.
and then it's just going to be you guys.
Makes
Jeremiah
sense.
wants to know if you guys have ever played Virtual Fighter 4.
No.
No, but I know they have a virtual reality thing where you can fight. I watch videos all the time of people getting their asses kicked because they'll be
Chris
playing
says
it.
he should have come to the show because he knows so much.
I offered him to
You
come.
can call in. Chris, you're welcome to call in. We can put you on mic and you can talk about the anthem.
All right.
And then we'll hang up on you.
I'll give him a call.
But, what?
Vince says, Sticky, off topic, me and the boys had an old school 4-on-4 Halo Night 2 TV split screen.
No way.
And all should have had to come to stomp on you.
Dude, I would have loved. You should have sent me the invite, brother. I would have loved. I've been playing the shit out of Halo. Vinny, next time you do that, send me an invite. I would have loved to do that. It's a lot of fun. I still love Halo. It's still fantastic. So that's awesome, man.
Did you pick up?
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, we were in the middle of something. All right, give us your anthem spiel.
Dude, so I'm like behind on yours, and all of a sudden you get a call from Patrick. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
All right,
Well,
well,
it's called the delay. That happens for everybody.
Alright, but, okay.
come on, man. You said you should have had. This is your moment.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Just talk about anthem.
Okay, so, basically, like, you remember playing, like, Monster Hunter World, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of similar to that, where the main hub, you go and you can, collect your friends, like Patrick said, and then you go out to your own world, you're out to your own exploration thing. And, like, the world itself can be explored, like, really high up, like, you fly as high as you want kind of thing, and then you can actually go fly and then go underwater, and there's a really high depth level to the map, so, like, you can go really high up, really low, and stuff like that, and explore everything.
Okay.
And then instead of like Destiny where it's like first person, it's like third person and you have your own Mexican kind of thing. So I think it'll look better because you actually see your character.
So is it an extension of Destiny? Is it the same studio?
No, it's not.
No, it's by BioWare, so it's more actually
Mass Effect.
story
Mass
in depth.
Effect. Okay, it's Mass Effect. Okay. Well, that changes
So
things.
It has more of a story to it.
I thought it was tied to Destiny, and I hated
It's not.
Destiny.
It's not tied to Destiny
Didn't
at
know
all.
that.
No.
They called
I
it
think
the
if you-
Destiny Killer, which was the only tie to it.
Like saying that it's going to put Destiny out of business type
Yeah.
thing? Gotcha. Okay. All right, continue. Sorry to interrupt.
I mean, if you like Mass Effect, you'll probably like this game too. Like, it's supposed to be very story in depth. Like, anything you do out in the world affects your hub, where you go, how people talk to you and stuff. So like it might be like a character that you come across. It's like, you know what, I really like how you handled this, or you know what, I don't like you, I'm gonna kill you, and then shit like that. So
Okay.
your world's affected by stuff like that.
Well, that changes things. That might be something I have to look into, because I thought it was an extension of Destiny.
Now it has like its own moral compass thing. It's pretty cool.
I like that. I love Mass Effect, all three of them. Not the ending of the third one, but I loved all three games. I didn't play.
It's not Andromeda, right?
I didn't play Andromeda. From what you told me about the fish people and the glitches, I never picked it up.
But no, I think it's gonna be really cool because like you can do your own like storyline kind of thing. Like there's missions you do, and you can bring your friends to it who have not even like played through the game yet, or they've already beaten it kind of thing, and it won't affect their story. Like as long as they're in your world kind of thing, you can go through it. If you go into theirs, you can do a later mission or something. It'll just like, of course, ruin it for you, but it'll be pretty cool. So, and things scale to your level, so you can play with somebody who's really far ahead of you, as opposed to being really far behind.
Alright, so it does sound like Mass Effect, just open world mixed in with like a little bit of Monster Hunter, and then Mecha Solid because this weird suit you wear.
Yeah, like if you like exploring shit too, like that's where it's gonna be.
So, have you been waiting a long time for this?
Dude, I remember seeing like 2015, 2014, whatever. I remember seeing like, some picture or something in a magazine about it. And I was like, oh my god, that sounds so cool. Because I was, back then I was super into Mass Effect. I was waiting for, the Mass Effect 4 or whatever to come out.
Andromeda,
Come
man.
out, Mass Effect 3. What?
Andromeda, man. That was your Mass Effect.
That wasn't even out yet. I didn't even know about that.
You probably never
But
showed
before
up.
that, before that I saw something for this. I'm like, oh, wow, this looks amazing. This is by BioWare. It's going to be, by the people who made Mass Effect. I'm going to freaking love this. And I didn't hear anything about it for like 2 or 3 years. Then I hear about Mass Effect Andromeda. And then shortly after that, I hear about this game again. I'm like, oh my god, this was the game that I was thinking about. What happened to it? And then, delay after delay. And so, but, dude, I'm pumped for it. I can't wait. The only thing that sucks is it doesn't come out till the 22nd. And I'm already into school like a month, so that's perfect time for tests to show up and stuff. So I'm going to be not able to play.
Oh, that's a bummer. But you already waited 5 years. What's a few more months?
Yeah, right.
Well, thank you for breaking it down for us.
Yeah, the call-in was nice.
I hope you sounded great. I wouldn't know because we're the one recording it.
Well, I'll know because once I log back in, it'll be delayed, and I'll hear my nasally ass voice.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, bye.
See ya.
Come out good.
Cool. Awesome. That's fun. I always love the call-ins, especially when they work well. But
We actually haven't done that in a while either.
No, we haven't. We should be doing that more often. It's a lot of fun.
I should have been a
You're
call-in.
welcome.
Yeah. No call-ins. Are
My idea. Haven't done it on our show yet.
Well, nobody calls us. Anyway, well, that's cool. That changed my perspective on it a little bit, so maybe I'll look into that.
Yeah.
Another game people are excited about is Crackdown 3. A lot of people really did enjoy 1 and 2. It's a very kind of goofy, cartoony game, but like there's destruction and it's RP. It's simple, like it's a simple, fun game. It's not a serious one.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry Crews is a big part of it, which everyone loves him. I'm not a Crackdown fan. I tried playing it. It's just a little bit. I don't know. It was repetitive. I just got bored. But my friend Cooper loved him, so I'm sure he's excited for the third one. But that's coming out soon, which is exciting.
Chris says we can call him about the Bills.
Oh, perfect. Do you have anything about games? Because I got a couple more.
They're releasing a Power Rangers grid fighting game.
We're not talking about that.
Okay.
No.
What?
Power Rangers sucks.
You're going to hell.
Resident Evil 2.
Yes, that's on my list
The
too.
remake.
Yes.
It's got high expectations, honestly, and I remember playing this game way back when, and it was a lot of fun. And honestly, looking at the graphics and everything, it looks phenomenal.
They actually released a demo. It's a 20-minute demo, and my buddy Lord Adam told me to download it and give it a shot.
Speaking of Lord, he said Crackdown looks badass.
It does look badass, but actually, funny
suck,
enough,
John.
Lord, thanks, man. He told me to download it. I downloaded it. It's the Resident Evil 2 demo. He said it was scary. I just thought he was a complete pussy. I was wrong. It is terrifying. 20 minutes of pure fear. It was scary when I was a kid, right? It's like old school jump.
But it still
horror.
gets you now.
Well, now it's scarier because the graphics are unbelievable. So, like, instead of, like, something little that jumps out and it looks like a Minecraft character, it looks like a real zombie. It's really good, man. I have the first one. I have all of the Resident Evils up to this point. This one, look, I'm definitely going to pick it up. It looks terrifying. A lot of people, I think Lord can agree, says it's one of the best ever made.
I'm probably going to have to get it and play it.
I mean, the reviews, I got 9.0 out of 10 in IGN, which is no small feat. So it looks great. I mean, it's not everyone's kind of game, which is fine. I mean, it's not always going to be.
Yeah.
But I think Lord can attest, and anyone who's played Resident Evil, it looks phenomenal. If you like jump horror games or puzzle games or anything like that with a real element to it, I'm telling you, that's
It's a very
what we should
linear
go
style
to.
game, but those games are the thrill of it is what gets a lot of people. It's
yeah, it's exhilarating.
yeah.
It really is. I don't know. I think that it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be really cool.
Well, it's not like the game changes. So if you like the original version, you're gonna like this version. It's just got way better graphics.
Yeah. Pretty much that's what. It's the exact same one.
It's a remake. It's
Yeah.
not a new game.
They changed a few things because there were some flaws with the first one, but I don't know. I think it's pretty
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I definitely want to pick it up. I mean, I'm not in a rush
Adam
to get
says,
it.
yes, amazing and scary as hell. They can break down doors now.
Yeah, it's scary, bro. I love it. I want to get it. I will get it.
I want to
when
get
it
it.
goes down in price. While Adam's on the podcast, I want to talk about this real quick because he'll think this is really interesting. So, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we've talked about it before. Amazing game, one of the best I've ever played.
Adam's about to blow up this.
They came out with a DLC. And in the DLC, you actually end up having a romantic interest, and you have a child, and you get to play the character with a child. Problem with that is they develop the game so that if whatever
Gender you
are,
you're
on top of gender, it's whatever orientation you are. So if you're a homosexual or if you're not straight, whatever, it doesn't matter. You get to pick it, right? So they made it, personalized it so that, well, if you're a male character who was homosexual the entire game, you start this DLC, somehow you end up with a kid. Obviously, if you made your decisions during the main quest games, that wouldn't be something that happened. Do you know what I mean? It caused so much issue, and this is because we are in the snowflake generation, that they actually had to change it. So that they actually went back, redeveloped the DLC, and re-put it out. Which I think is so outrageous, it makes me sick.
Yeah.
I'm all for everyone feeling comfortable, but good God, I don't play Tomb Raider and go, this is BS. I don't have boobs and a vagina. It's a game. It's a video. The whole point is to put yourself into someone else's shoes, not to feel like them. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Maybe
All
it's...
caps, Odyssey Game of the Year.
No, Red Dead is. But Odyssey's great.
God of War got the title.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have. It should not have.
I'm replaying God of War. I still thoroughly enjoy it.
I think God of War is a phenomenal game, but Red Dead Redemption, the storyline, the online, the everything about it is 10 out of 10.
Adam, who are you talking about?
She's saying,
He does have a vagina. I don't know who he's talking
He's talking about me,
I'm
clearly.
serious talking about you. Oh, and Chris agrees.
wow.
But he could just be agreeing with the Odyssey. Who knows? It could
It's probably the snowflake thing. I don't know.
probably you
But-
being a vagina.
You know, I think maybe it's just me being older and crotchety, but it's BS.
You're not the only one, bud.
No, I just think it's BS that they changed. What
Everyone gets so offended so easily.
I just don't understand it. Like, I don't get offended like that, but I do understand when some people do get offended. I get it, but this is one of those incidences.
Where you can't wrap your head around it.
Dude, if you're a developer, if you wrote that DLC and then you put it out, that's your baby, you worked on that, and literally that's your baby, and you put it out, and then it gets backlash, and you have to change your creative material, that's not right. That just sounds and feels almost un-American. The whole point of freedom of speech is to say things that nobody else, or do things that nobody else would do, because it makes you feel better, makes you express yourself.
Me too, you.
Why do people have to change how they express themselves in an optional DLC? If you don't want to have kids with your fictional fake life in a Greek world that actually never really existed, don't buy it. Don't swipe your card. It blows my mind, man. It's just one of those things I thought that was interesting because I know he gets all the DLC.
Adam says
so.
it's a joke, man. They should never have to switch that. How many movies would be remade?
Oh my God!
Freedom of speech, America, with a bunch of American
It's
flags.
true, man. Think of all the movies and TV shows we grew up on. Animaniacs. That show would have never existed in this day and age. Like
Ren
even
and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. I mean, Rocket
Keep going.
Looney Tunes.
Rugrats. Roomba's out. Negan. Anyway, it's just absolutely asinine to me. I thought he'd want to hear about that. I'm sure he'd eventually have heard about it. All right, what else you got for games?
My only other thing for video games that's completely related to video games is a new character release for Honor.
Oh yeah, you played that game.
I own it still, yes. For Honor's third-person fighting game. It's kind of... I want to say it might be kind of strategy-based, but it's just... You pick your type of class, Knight, Viking, Samurai, or the new one, Chinese Warrior.
Fair enough.
I don't know. They're Chinese. It's another Asian.
Gotcha.
And you pick your style character and they fight. But this new character is a new knight class, it looks like, and he's wielding a a lawn shield, a kite shield,
Okay.
and a sword,
Interesting.
which it isn't a whole lot of new, but all they did was show little snippets on his executions and his taunts.
A lot of people love that game. I never got into it. I tried it.
I think it's a lot of fun. It is about one of the very few games that make me rage quit so much. And not a lot of games do that. But I rage quit a lot on this.
If you're rage quitting, then I could never play it. I would be too angry. If you're rage quitting...
I've gone and take off my headset and thrown it on the ground 3 times in a match and still put it back on to play it. And Chris goes, "What is going on?"
That's abuse, man. That is abuse.
He's like, "What did you do? Did you throw your headset on the ground?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm pissed."
I've been that way, though. Alright, last game, and then we'll get into a little bit of TV stuff. Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes, it releases next Tuesday.
Held it.
Yeah, he held it in his hand. It was hard to get it out. But they released a review, and I love IGN's reviews. I think they're very honest and fair. And the good news is, especially for you, Steve, it got 8.7 out of 10, which is really good. And from what I understand, they kept all of them. They praised it as heart, as they did in the first and second one. I never played Kingdom Hearts, but everyone I've ever talked to has played it, loves it. And they say they do a really, really good job of stitching in new gen with that old school feel. And I think that's what everyone who plays those games want. So it was either going to be this good or a failure. You know what I mean? When there's that much time in between, it looks like they knocked it out of the park. So that's pretty exciting.
Goodwin says hi.
What up, man? But yeah, people who like Kingdom Hearts, I think you should look forward to this game. It looks cool. I've seen trailers to it. I mean, I've never got into it, but it does fascinate me. Like the story fascinates me.
It never really struck a chord with me. I just wasn't huge into games with Disney characters all over the place.
I'm a huge Disney fan. I didn't know what it was for a long time. Like when it came out when I was a kid, I thought it was like Final Fantasy, and I hated Final Fantasy.
I confused the two a lot, honestly.
Pretty much same with me, because the main character has like a giant Final Fantasy sword, so...
Yeah, in the shape of a key.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, it does. At least in the cover of this. It's got like, it looks like a Soul Calibur sword.
It could be... He's got... the only
He might be in this one, but the first one was not a
The
big,
difference
giant
between the
Final
cover
Fantasy
on the main kit of this guy compared to the main cover on Final Fantasy is the brown spiky hair is... just a different shade than the blonde spiky hair. It's almost in the same pattern, if I recall right.
But people should be really excited for it. Who knows? Maybe I'll play it and I'll have to play the first two. Sometimes games do that. They make me go, "Oh my god, I missed this." Like Red Dead did that. So some games are that good. So you should be excited.
I've never played it. I don't really have an interest. Do you have anything?
He's just super
I'm
excited.
just waiting for it to
Do
come
you
out
know
so I
anything
can play it.
about it that us two don't?
Not really. I mean, you guys would be so lost. You'd have to start from 1. You couldn't pick up that game and play it without playing 1 and 2.
Which is kind of a good thing. If you're going to make a sequel, that's how you do a sequel. It shouldn't ever be you pick up a sequel and you could just play it, in my opinion. Like, I like that with Red Dead 2. It's not a sequel, it's a prequel. So if you picked up Red Dead 2 and started playing it, you'd understand it and you're totally fine. With going off of that, if they did Red Dead 2, which is confusing, as Red Dead 1, and then came out with Marston, that would be a really good way to do a sequel, because it leads right into the other one. I hate games where you pick it up and you can just play it, and it's like, there's like little bits to do with the last game. Like, what? It's not a sequel then?
Yeah, no.
It's like BioShock did that, and I hated that they did that. BioShock 2 had nothing to do with BioShock 1, and I hated that.
It's pretty much... Isn't that how the Mass Effect series works? Because based on the one I played, it was...
Well, Mass Effect 1... No, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 all led into each other.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, because Andromeda, I had no clue
That's
what was
different.
going on.
That was a completely different thing. Had nothing to do with the original 3. Alright, couple more things. Far Cry New Dawn. They released a trailer. Basically, if you're a Far Cry fan, it looks amazing. I am bummed that it is not taking place in Hope County, because spoiler alert, if you have not beaten Far Cry 5, it ends with you being nuked, and I thought it would be really cool for you to pick up as almost that same character surviving in this wasteland. Apparently that's not what's going to happen, but it does look very interesting. If you haven't checked out the trailer, I highly recommend it. Detective Pikachu. it has my money. I'm gonna go see it
Why? Because of Ryan Reynolds?
because of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
It looks so adorable, yet it's gonna be so funny because that's what Ryan Reynolds does.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. He's got my money because it's Ryan Reynolds as a Pikachu. Like, that alone is hysterical. And then add in, I don't even care what the storyline is. I think it's great. And I do love they have other Pokemon just existing. Like, there's a detective, was it Snuffle? I don't even know what his name is. Snuffbull or something. And it's like got a little suit on. I don't know. I just love it. I love the idea of Pokemon being humanized. Like, instead of the Pokemon world where we catch them and stuff, in this world we've acclimated them and there's like Pikachu accountants and I love that. That's funny to me. So, yeah, I'm excited
You
for
gotta
it.
talk about what I brought up to you, and you said if his name is in there, you'll go.
Oh
yeah.
my God! Thank you for bringing that
They
up.
removed it. I looked it up again.
Oh.
They removed it, but when I first looked it up, it was there.
So, all right.
So it's you don't know. It could or could not be.
There are some rumors that are going around, and Steve brought this up to me today, that if you, not anymore, apparently they fixed it,
No,
but if you
they
went
fixed
to the end game, Avengers
Well, no. If you
Endgame,
just went on Google and searched Hugh Jackman's greatest movies, it shows a list of his movies, and one of them has the cover, and it says Endgames, Infinity, or Avengers.
yeah, so basically it theorized that he's going to cameo in it. And nobody has said no to this. I looked at a few articles after he told me this because I was having a stroke. And nobody's not confirmed it. Nobody's confirmed it. Everyone's kind of hush-hush about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's absolutely no reason he can't. Is he going to become a normal Avenger? Hell no. But there's no reason why he can't be in it. And even if it's just an end cameo to kind of put that final stamp on it, like end of phase 3 or whatever, they can do it. I really, really hope it's accurate because it doesn't seem it. But X-Men would have never existed. That franchise, even if it ended cruddy without Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, he deserves to go down with the original ones, because in my opinion, he was the original. He was before Iron Man, he was before Thor, he was before Cap, he was before all of them. He was just in a less successful franchise, but that doesn't mean he wasn't a great representation of that character.
Yeah.
Like, if I was making a Mount Rushmore of perfectly casted characters, it'd be Robert Downey, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Logan, or Hugh Jackman.
Ryan Reynolds.
Not Ryan Reynolds?
I wouldn't put him up there yet. He's only gotten 2 movies. Like, Hugh Jackman did 8 horrible movies and 1 amazing 9th one. And Thor's made 3 movies now. Well, if you count Avengers, it's like 5 or 6. Like, he's amazing as Deadpool, yeah, but if you're making a Rushmore, you can only have 4. He's got to earn that spot. But yeah, obviously, I'm not saying he's not perfectly casted. Those are the 4. When you think Thor, you think Chris Hemsworth. You think Iron Man, you think Robert Downey. When you think Captain America, you think Evans. When you think Wolverine, you think Hugh. So, I hope it's true. Like I told you earlier, I'd have a full-blown conniption if he showed up. Even if it was for a second, to just be like, go fuck yourself.
No, I'm not helping.
It could be one of those after the credit scenes.
Yes, like, it doesn't even have to be much. Just him meeting one of the Avengers, I would freak out. Like, just one of them, man. Oh. And they said after this, though, they are, starting to
It's gotta be
include...
Stryker if he's gonna talk to anyone. Because he's the only one he's got a relationship with.
I don't even care. It doesn't even have to make sense.
That's Stryker.
It could be Deadpool, because after this, Deadpool gets added to the universe. So it could be him and Deadpool.
I'm not thinking Deadpool. I'm thinking, why can't I think of his name?
It doesn't have to make sense. It's not going to be Stryker.
Alright, not Stryker. Talking about...
I have no idea who you're talking about.
I have no idea where
I don't even know who Stryker is.
The black guy. The black guy.
What black guy?
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye?
The black guy.
Hawkeye's...
Leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. I can't remember his
Oh,
name.
Nick Fury.
Fury.
Nick Fury. Jesus. Samuel Jackson. How do you not remember that?
Because I was...
Jesus. Yeah, I guess it could be Nick Fury, but at the same time, like... I don't know. Like, I would be perfectly fine with this as an ending cameo, right? Because it's going to end happy, because we saw the trailers for Far Away From Home. It's going to end happy. So imagine, this is my perfect world. Like, it's Iron Man and Chris Evans, or Captain America, walking down the street, just in their normal clothes, and maybe they retired. I don't care what they're doing. They're just walking, and then bam, they bump into 2 other people, and they turn, and it's Deadpool, and it's Wolverine. And Wolverine's just like, watch it, bub. And I would go nuts. It's perfect. It's perfect. You've introduced them. It's all the same universe. You've made it perfect. Now you have Deadpool in the universe. You don't have to make it messy. You don't even have to explain it to me. Just that. Just tell me they're in the same universe so I can sit and hope that maybe someday we get a Deadpool Wolverine detective movie. I want that so bad.
The new Starsky and Hutch.
Oh my god, it'd be amazing.
Jeremiah says X-Force has been canceled.
Yeah, it was going to be canceled anyway because it was going to end up being a movie about Deadpool and 3 other people we don't care about. Let's be honest. Does any of us care about Psylocke? No. She cool, yeah, but she's an accessory character. Yeah, that's how you have to make comic book movies. You can't have one pivotal piece. Unless you make a movie about one pivotal piece, like a Logan or a Deadpool or, you know what I mean? And Deadpool's not a leader. He's just not. When he led in Deadpool 2, everyone died. He's not a good leader. And that's the whole point. Like, Deadpool was never supposed to be a leader. He's insane. The cancer makes him insane. But I hope it's true. I really do. Speaking of cool crossovers, Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse, which I saw and it was great. It really was. I didn't know if I'd like animated one, but they were very, very close to it, including Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. Holland. Did I say that right?
Holland.
Yeah, Holland. So those are obviously Tobey Maguire from the original Spider-Mans, Andrew Garfield from the Amazing Spider-Man, and then the current Spider-Man. That would have been really cool. I think it's really cool that all of them agreed to do it. They just couldn't get them all together at once. But still, we're on the cusp of having a real life. We could have that Into the Spideyverse thing for real someday. It's possible. Anything else?
I don't have anything movie-wise.
Okay, all I have left is really The Punisher.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Well, I don't really want to talk about this, so I'm going to...
Okay. Perfect.
And then they released a new poster for Captain Marvel.
Yes.
What you do?
Well, they have
Goose the cat.
Yeah, which is it's her best friend, and it's a Kree, so it hangs out on Earth with Captain Marvel. So that's going to be interesting.
It looks like Garfield with a goose collar.
Yeah, it's a really cool character. I'm actually excited to see how they implement that.
They got young Nick Fury.
Yes, which I don't know how the CGI is amazing. He looks like he did in Pulp.
I don't know who that is. Jude Law.
So what? Yeah, that's the bad guy. And that's Coulson.
Coulson's back.
Yep.
He didn't get younger. It looks like.
No, he's just forever.
Old. He's old.
Ronan's coming back from Guardians of the Galaxy, which is really cool. I'm excited to see that.
Korath.
Yep.
He's back too.
Yep, from Guardians.
But he always dies.
He's the same character he was in Guardians. He's just teamed with Captain Marvel, so he was at one point a good person. And she's one of her other people. She's a Ronan. And that's the one that she's going to die.
Pilot
she's
friend,
going
right?
to die quick.
Yeah. So.
But Captain Marvel is
Spoiler.
phenomenal. Well, she is. There's no way she makes it out of the first 10 minutes. Maybe though, I guess. But Captain Marvel looks amazing. I can't wait. All the Marvel this year is going to be fantastic. In my opinion, I think it's going to be great. So we have Captain Marvel, and then we have Endgame, then we have Spider-Man, and then we actually don't really know what's coming up after that. We just know we got some good stuff coming. So it's exciting.
Hopefully, Guardians.
Finishing up on Marvel, the last bit we'll talk about is Punisher. And you haven't finished it, so I'm not going to do any finishing spoilers.
I'm episode 9, halfway through it.
Yeah, so he's pretty close. He's got about 3 episodes left. Steve is a hater of Punisher.
So we don't give a shit.
I don't know how, but he is.
I'm not a hater. I just couldn't get into it.
But some people can't.
Did you even try?
Yeah, I watched the first episode of season
You
1.
got to get past the first 2. Anyway.
They always start out slow. That's the point.
But a lot of people, they didn't say it was the best season. I thought it was great. There were a lot of moving parts. I think that has everything to do with them knowing they're going to be canceled. Because all of the other fantastic shit, well, no. One other fantastic show, Daredevil, got canceled.
Chris finished it.
Well, oh, there we go. I loved it. Don't give any spoilers, Chris, but just tell me if you liked it. I loved the ending. I thought it was fantastic. I liked how they ended it, especially if this is where the series ends. I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with how Daredevil ended because it was open-ended completely. But they didn't know that it was ending. So I think they definitely did some reshoots and ended it the way they did. I don't think the ending you're going to see is what they intended. I think they were like, okay, this is the last season. Let's finish it this way. I think all of the actors they had in that show were so good. And I think that character, that John Bartholomew as the Punisher, is
He does a really good job.
He's perfect casting. If they ever extend the series or they do a movie, he's the guy, man. He's so good and he's so committed, and he does all of his fight scenes. Like in the first episode or second episode, he gets in a huge, amazing bar fight scene. He actually ended up shattering his hand. They had to work it into the show. He's that committed to the role. I love him. I am so sad that this might be the last time I get to see this version of the Punisher, because I swear to you, he's as perfect as Daredevil is. What Charlie Cox is as Daredevil. It's just perfect.
Chris said it was good, but he felt it was put together oddly with the different plots.
Yeah, the plots are always difficult. I don't know why they do that. I mean, anyone watching The Punisher cares about him. So you don't have to add these other dynamics, not my opinion. I mean, no. Jigsaw you do, because that's his arch nemesis. That one I was fine with. But, like, I didn't really need to know about Agent Madani. I didn't really need to know about the Pilgrim, like, that much. Like, I'm okay with leaving aspects out. It can just be a mystery. That Punisher doesn't always do his homework. Sometimes he's like, you're either guilty or you're innocent type thing. But I think his evolution as a character, if you were to watch Season 1 to the end of Season 2, you would sit there and go, damn, man, that was a comic book arc. And that's how it felt.
A couple things. Jeremiah wants to see the Punisher in a Spider-Man movie.
That would be really cool.
And Brianna says it's hard... Slow down, people. Brianna says it's hard for me to get past knowing him from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I mean, it was at first for me, and then I realized that this guy was put on this earth to play that role. And he says that in interviews, and that's how I feel.
I know he did a lot of studying and reading the comic books before he even started playing in the role.
I mean, he said he put his heart and soul into this, and he said if this is the end, if it gets canceled, he's like, I'm okay with that. And you could tell they put their heart and soul into the show. And it was messy in certain parts, but that's part of it. I mean, comic books are messy. I know that I really want a Season 3 because everything I read, first of all, Season 3 is written, and Season 3 is going to pull in Kingpin and Daredevil and Spider-Man, all of which are Tom Holland agreed to be in it. So if Season 3 doesn't get canceled, we get to actually have... that's the core of the Spider-Man Punisher world, man. It's just I hope they do it, but I loved it, man. I loved that. I like Season 2 more than Season 1. Season 1 was a lot of learning about Frank. Season 2, he's like...
Well, yeah, he had to accept this role in Season 1.
Yeah, Season 2, he's like, I know what I am, and it's... I don't know. It's a very gray area. Is Frank a good guy? By the end of the series, I'm like, he's really not. He's the perfect definition of an anti-hero. He's not really that cool. He's not so cool that you forget that he's not a good person. But he does what's necessary. But sometimes necessary is it's
gray.
It's gray. I loved it, man. I'm obviously, as you can tell, I'm high up on it. I think it's fantastic. I definitely hope it gets Season 3.
I would hope it gets Season 3.
It deserves it. It really does. With how good they did.
Most of the audience knows that Punisher is my number one character.
Yeah. And it's perfect. I hope somehow, some way, someone buys the rights from Netflix or Disney, whatever you have to do, and greenlights both Season 4 Daredevil and Season 3 Punisher. I don't care about the rest. Those two, you can build a hell of a franchise with. It's just a bummer that this might be the end of it because I think they were just getting started. In the fight scenes in Punisher, if you haven't, even if you don't want to watch the show...
I would like to see more of a combination of Daredevil and Punisher because those two are always going at it it in the comic books.
Yeah, they love and hate each other. And like it's...
Well, they're two sides of the different coin. Yeah. The same coin.
It's great, and they're from the same area. It's just great. Everything about it is great. It's like dark, and it's good, evil, dark, white. It's fantastic. I love it. I hope they do more with it. I really do, because I think they finally hit that peak, and then now they might get canceled. But I'm okay. I'm also okay if this is it, because they did a perfect comic book arc, and that's what you want to do. That sometimes people forget that shows don't have to be 10 seasons. The Walking Dead, great example. They're on their 9th season. They didn't have to. They could have had 6 amazing seasons and then ended it. That's what Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones could have gone 15 seasons. We would have still watched it. But they didn't. They decided to extend it. You know what I mean? Or not extend it. I mean, limit it and make it each episode that much better. There's nothing wrong with that. Breaking Bad did the same thing.
Breaking Bad had an ending. Like when he wrote it, he didn't just decided, all right, this is gonna be the final season. When he wrote the Breaking Bad series, it had a beginning and it had an end.
Yeah, and that's how I think you should write it, and it feels like that's how they did it in Punisher. Just I don't think like Daredevil didn't have that. Daredevil thought they were a shoo-in for season 4 because season 3 was incredible. I don't know. I hope it comes back. But if you haven't started Punisher or seen it, and you have the time, I really
I would recommend it. Yeah.
The fight scenes are nothing like that. You don't even see those kind of movies.
If you haven't even watched Daredevil, I would start with Daredevil before you even go to Punisher, because that's where he's first introduced.
But yeah, it's even if you don't, you can pick up season 1 and you'd be okay. Like it's more, but it's great. I love it. The fight scenes.
Really understand what's going on at first.
I mean, I would. It's just a guy who's. They explain it all in season 1.
They do.
I mean,
they also know how far you are in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh my god! I finished it. I'm all caught up. It's good. I love it. It's a great series. You were right, Chris. That's all he wants to hear. Is he was right. Any other questions before we wrap up?
That's it.
All right. Well,
Chris just joined.
It's who?
The other Chris.
Oh, great. We're gonna end it. All right. It was fantastic. I appreciate you guys so much. Like, comment, share. I would absolutely love that. The more shares we get, the more people that see us, the more famous we get. So we'll be back in 5 minutes with the sports special. So thank you guys so much. Patrick, welcome back.
Yep,
and
thank you.
We'll be back at it next Thursday, hopefully with some more juicy stuff. So you guys take it easy. Again, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you.
Yep.
See you.